Good morning, CSLN. I'm Lucia Cooper-Smith. I am your host for today, and it is a pleasure to welcome you to Sunday morning at the Center for Spiritual Living, located at Unity Nashville's campus. I'd like to welcome those of you who are watching online and invite you to join us anytime you're in Nashville in person. Well, our speaker today is Reverend Denise Yeargin, and the title of her talk, the title of her talk is The Gifts of the Journey, Oh, the Places You Will Go. And we are pleased to welcome our guest artist, Lisa Firestone. So if you've never been here before or you're wondering who CSLN is, we are an inclusive, open spiritual community for anyone seeking a deeper connection with God. Our philosophy, our teaching, shows people how to create their most magnificent lives, and we are here to love, honor, and support you, whatever your divine path is. Wherever you may find yourself on your journey of faith, you are welcome here. So welcome to our center. Let's move into spirit. And now I invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. And take one more. Turn within and know with me that there is one God, one heart, always surrounding us, always moving in and as us. The one source that created all things is still creating. It lives in each of us right now. There is a golden thread of truth that moves through all spiritual paths, and we bless them all. We are open to the lesson today. We breathe in the willingness to experience something fabulous today, something that allows us to feel more connected, something that shows us how to live our best life. So we are grateful for that inspiration, for this lesson that Reverend Denise is sharing with us today. The beautiful music we'll hear, so grateful for this day and for being together to experience it as a community. And so it is.
And so it is. Notice the pattern of the pain in your past. The things that broke you, they also awoke you to the questions you needed to ask. Sleepless nights, dizzy heights, dreams, some of which came true. The heartaches and perfect mistakes created this version of you. Where everything you go through goes you, it grows you, and everything you go grows you, exposes who. If it was hard, it fueled the hunger. If it touched you, your heart to cold. What's simple made you wise, and what's sweet made you smile. Leave down impression in your soul. Your feet they walked, and your lips they talked. Your hands dug around for proof. Were like pictures you took, creating this verse. close you, and everything you go through close you, exposes the wounds where the light gets in. The masterpiece beneath your skin. In the glow of your own light, your petals open wide and you bloom right where you are. Everything you go through grows you, and everything you go through grows you, exposes who you are. No mud, no lotus. Haven't you noticed the patterns of the pain in your past?
That's Lisa Firestone.
Thank you.
Good morning. If I can get my paper. The reading this morning is from A New Earth. And I'm reading this on purpose because I'm trying to entice you to take the class on Thursday evening with Reverend Denise. It's going to be awesome. And my topic this morning is about the ego, because he likes to really write about the ego a lot. So page 60 through 62. The content of the ego varies from person to person, but in every ego, the same structure operates. Deep down, egos are all the same and only vary on the surface. They live through identification and separation. Every ego is continuously struggling for survival, trying to protect and enlarge itself. The most active pattern of the ego is compulsive fault-finding and complaining about others. It is the ego's favorite strategy for strengthening itself. Resentment is the emotion that goes with complaining and the mental labeling of people and adds even more energy to the ego. Resentment feels bitter, indignant, aggrieved, or offended. The ego loves this. Whatever reaction is given to this, the ego loves it. Any reaction you give to any of this, you strengthen in yourself. Non-reaction to the ego in others is one of the most effective ways of going beyond their ego, but also in going beyond it in yourself and dissolving the collective human ego. So, if you will, close your eyes. Just get settled there in your seat. And I know that there is only one love, one heart. One divine presence that is all of this. And I am one with that presence. And I am eternally grateful for the love that I carry in my heart, for the compassion that is naturally there for others, the presence of not complaining, of accepting what is, and moving forward with that. And I know that my presence brings peace to others, that it brings love to others and compassion. And I am so grateful for that. So grateful. Because that's what I always want to be. So I am expressing my deep and abiding gratitude. I am releasing my word into the law of mind, knowing that this or something so much better is already done. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you.
You will
Good morning. How about that song? Was that not amazing? Give them another applause. I told them I actually requested that song this morning, because that's part of the gift of the journey. That this journey that we're on as human beings, there's highs and lows, and there's everything in between. But the gift is that the amazing things that we actually do and show up and be on this journey. Several months ago, it's only been about a month and a half ago, I did some listening circles here. And we talked about finding our I am presence. Where is that divinity that lives within us? And how do we show up in that way in the world? Hence why I'm doing this class on Thursday nights. Because a new earth is all about awakening to your own purpose. Why did I get here? Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? Am I happy doing what I'm doing? Would I rather be doing something else? Do I look over there at somebody else and go, I wish I was doing what she was doing? All of those questions go through our mind. So before we get started with all that today, I just want you to close your eyes for a minute with me and just start breathing for a second. Because we've heard some beautiful music this morning. And we've heard that we're going to do amazing things with the choices that each day brings. So place a hand on your heart and just continue to breathe. And if there's anything going on inside your mind that you need to release, just blow it out with your breath so you can fully be here now. Because the only way we know what we're truly here about is to be present. To be present to every precious moment we have here in these physical bodies. And so we're just going to do a little chakra tune-up, because I believe that will assist us to open up to all of those possibilities that flow in. We're just going to put our attention on our root chakra. It's at the base of your spine. And that's the place that you know that you are secure. Knowing within yourself, I am safe here. I'm secure here. It's okay to be me here. And then just move your attention up your body to close to where your navel is. That's your sacral chakra, your seat of creativity. It's okay for me to create something new in my world. And so I begin to express myself in healthy and passionate ways. Realizing that my feelings are the language of my soul. How am I feeling in this moment about how I'm showing up and being the passionate, creative being that I am? And then just move up a little bit further to your abdomen, your solar plexus area. It's about balance and being strong. I respect myself, and I am centered and balanced and confident in who I am and how I show up in this world. I have the courage to be myself. And then you have a hand on your heart, so move to your heart center, that place that we equate with love. It's actually some of the electrical center of your body where all of those divinity pieces flow. And so just open your heart space up and allow that energy to flow through now, knowing I am love. I am loved. I am loving. And then move up to your throat. That area is about being expressive, speaking your truth. Being honest with your words. Learning how to speak my truth in love. And then move up to your third eye. I can see clearly. I am focused and I allow new insights to flow to me now. I allow the divine to share with me. And then to the area above your head, your crown chakra, your connection to all that is, all that ever was, all that ever will be. I am one with the universal energy that created everything I see, that flows through me and assists me in creating everything that I create on this earth. I am one with the divine. That divinity flows through me from the top of my head to the tips of my toes, and I feel it now. And from that space, I know the reason that I live is to share my beingness with others. I know that I will do amazing things. I will do amazing things. And then when you're ready, begin to feel your body again. You've probably floated a little bit out into the ether, so wiggle your toes. Feel your body in the seat. Feel how the seat is supporting you. Take in some deep breaths. And this may be the hardest part, but when you're ready, open your eyes. You know, I've been part of your ministerial team for about 2.5 years. It's been a long time. And know that the gift has been reciprocal. You have been amazing to me. I have felt your love. I have felt everything that I could never even imagine about being accepted and loved in a spiritual community. And so for the past 6 months, I've been your transitional director, helping you get acclimated. You sold a building. A building you'd been in for years and years and years and years. And it's like, oh, now what? Oh, we're going to go over there to that place on Franklin Road and we're going to commingle with those people. What's that going to be like? There have been some ups and downs. There's been some stuff. And in this now moment, you're safe. It may not be exactly everything that you thought it was going to be, but then there's stuff that has happened here that has been caused us all to be joyful. And so over the last little bit, I've begun to get to know some of you better because I have this little thing I say a lot. You can't get to know people by looking at the back of their head on Sunday morning. You just can't. And this is fun, but my thought about Sunday morning is it's the cherry on the top. The rest of all of it is the week stuff that you do during the week. So I'll also say to you all, not to make anybody feel happy or sad or anything, if the only thing you do is come on Sunday morning, you're missing part of it. Now, I'm not saying you have to come here and do something, but the work, the living your life and doing what you do is not all in this little hour and a half here. Because then you have to go out in the world and do this stuff that we say we believe, right? Some of you are going, huh? We say we believe certain things, but then it's easy in here to just say, oh, I believe all that. It's wonderful. And remember, then I go to Walmart. Or I go to my mother's house like I did yesterday. Or I do something where I'm challenged a bit with that ego thing she was talking about. Anybody ever challenged with that? Anybody in here ever make somebody else the matter with you? I'm going to say that again so you can hear what I'm really saying. Does anybody else in here make somebody else the matter with you? I'd be fine if it wasn't for you. Anybody else do that other than me? And what I want to tell you in this moment is those moments are golden. I've decided I'm going to be extremely honest this morning. I have a mother who's 92. You all kind of were with me during the process of me walking through and up to transition out of the body with my daddy. And my daddy was my hero. I was his little princess, always. He supported everything I did, was there for me, talked to me. My mother, I was never right. I never looked right. She would say, what is that hanging from you? Why are you wearing that? Put on some clothes that look like something different. Do something different with your hair. You can't say that. You can't sing like that. You can't. It was just that. 67 years of that, okay? Recently, my mother went to the hospital, had to have some stuff taken care of. And when the hospital situation was over with for a week, and I had been there every day all day long, except for to go run home and sleep a few hours and then come back, the doctor said to her, you have to go to rehab. She didn't like that. But what made it worse is that she blamed it on me. She said, you and the doctor were in cahoots. And so you sent me to rehab. Wow. Then when she was out of rehab and got back to her house, the doctor had shifted medicines, okay? And she thought I'd messed up her medicines. I said, no, you're supposed to take this one and this one, not these over here. So I'm sharing all this bizarre story because I know other people have stories like this. And I was like, oh, this is my mother. Oh. Well, as of yesterday, I saw her for the first time in 9 months. Because 9 months ago, when I brought her home from being in rehab, she screamed and hollered at me and told me to get out of her house, and she never wanted to see me again because I had messed up her whole life. Her whole life, not just that little piece, but her whole life. I was like, wow, that's my mama. She has a little bit of dementia. She doesn't see well. She doesn't hear well. And so, I talked with my sons who helped me take care of her, and we have a person who also helps take care of her. And I said, I'm going to scooch you back a little bit. That's a real professional word, scooch you back. I'll be there if you need me, but I'm not going to just push in. I'm going to give her some space. We've done that for 9 months. This last week, we had a conversation, and I said, I think it's time for me to reappear. Again, my mother can't see hardly at all. She can't hear. You can't have conversations with her. She can talk to you. You can't talk to her. Isn't that fun? Wonder how she created that. Maybe I'll do that someday. I can only talk. You can only listen. Nobody can say anything back to me. That'll be great for my ego, right? So I sent her a message. I said, Mom, it's been a long time since I've seen you. I want to come see you. I'm coming on Saturday. Is that okay? Didn't hear anything for a few days. And then all of a sudden I heard, I wondered where you'd been. And I heard that tone in my head, even though I didn't hear her say that. I wondered where you'd been. But yes, you can come. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can come. Yay. I asked both of my sons to walk in with me because my mother, in her worst days of dementia, can get violent. I don't do well with violence. I run from it. So I walked in yesterday with my 2 sons. I was going to hug her, and she said, nope, how are you? It's like, I said, I'm good. And so for an hour and a half, I texted her little phrases. I love you, Mommy. She would pick up her phone and blow it up really big and look at it. She might respond to my text. She might go off on a tangent on something from 25 years ago. That's just the process. And when I left, I gave her a hug. She didn't say anything. She patted me on the back. That's what she usually did. I was like, I've been burped again since I was like I was when I was an infant. I want you to hear something from me because it's not that I'm feeling sorry for myself, but my mother has never said, I love you, ever to me, ever, never. But it is my responsibility to love her. Because if she dies tomorrow, I will be clean and clear with her as long as I've shown up and loved her. That's the work. That's the work. So how do we get there? Ernest Holmes says, you work with your consciousness. Oh, Lord. Until it ceases to function on the level of the problem. Oh, Lord. I've thought for years my mother was the problem. And begins to function on the level of the solution. Oh, my. I want you to hear that again. Work on your consciousness until it ceases to function on the level of the problem and begins to function on the level of the solution. How do we do that? Talk to each other for a minute about how you might do that, and I'm going to set up something for you all to see in just a second. Go. So begin to finish whatever conversation you have. So what I was taught when I started my new thought journey was that I had to keep funneling light into my beingness so that whatever was within me that was about my ego would eventually go away or something. Anybody tried some of that? And then you're like, okay, So I created this. This is a demonstration talk. I created it years ago. I've done it in many places. Okay? It's how I got into ministerial school, because they were like, wow, that's cool. So I used these little jars and said, if this is me and I'm supposed to let light in, this one's got a top on it, if you see it, and if you were really close, you can see I punched a few little holes in. A few. Okay? And so I began to try to pour light in. Get it? And so I might punch a few more little holes. Just a few. So what do you see? It's not really doing much. Is that not kind of what we do at the beginning of our spiritual experience? We let a little bit in, a little tiny bit of something. Oh, that felt good. That meditation felt good. That prayer felt really good. That song, wow. And then how long does it last? Till you get to Walmart this afternoon? Till I go back to see my mother again? How long does it last? Because, unfortunately, we all have stuff in ourself, in our beingness, sometimes that we've shoved down for years. I got still stuff with my mother. Don't know that I'll be able to process it with her, but I'll have to process it somewhere at some point in time. So I call this my skanky pot lesson. What do you see in that? stuff at the bottom of the pot, stuff that I've not dealt with yet, that I think that I can run away from, or if I just pour enough light in, it will go away, right? Anybody ever thought that? If I just meditate enough, if I just keep pouring in the light, it'll eventually go away. Tell me what you see now. That looks nasty, doesn't it? Okay, is there anybody else except for me that has experienced that the more you meditated, the more nastiness comes up to deal with? Anybody ever experienced that? Nobody told me that in the beginning. I thought I was going to be blissed out for the rest of my life. Wouldn't that have been fun? But what I began to understand is that I had to do the work to clear that out. Now, if I stood here long enough and kept pouring, it would eventually come out over the top and go away, and eventually there would be something clean there. Remember what Ernest Holmes says, work with your consciousness. Work with your consciousness. We just want to sit in it. Right? Work with your consciousness. Keep pouring in the light. Because eventually, your desire is to be like this, and you pour in the light and the love, and it looks like that. On a good day. Right? On a good day. So how do we work with our consciousness? Prayer and meditation. That's it. And if you are not experiencing meditation every day, then that's a day you chose to not work on your consciousness. I know people don't like me to say that. But if you don't find some time to sit in the silence every day, then you've made the decision to not work on your consciousness that day. So just go, I decided to not do that today. And then do an experiment with yourself and let's see what the day looks like after I don't do that. My experience is when I start my day and don't spend my 30 to 45 minutes in the silence, my day is all skanky and looks like that nasty stuff. Because I didn't get centered. I didn't get in the presence. As Eckhart Tolle said, you have to be here now. I'm not here now if I've got all that inside of me rooting around. So, I have a little surprise for you before I leave today. And hear me, I'm going to be back next month, and I'm going to be around, and I'm not disappearing. But I did this just for you today because whether anybody has told you or not, every one of you is amazing. Every one of you in here is amazing. And yes, you've gone through some stuff to even get where you're sitting. Do you understand how amazing that is? That you've been willing to let go of some old stuff and an old building, and some of you still have some of that skanky pot stuff that you need to deal with. Just keep pouring the light. Just keep pouring it in. So, this is one of the favorite books of mine for children. I've read it for about 20 years at the School for the Blind, every graduation. I read it at elementary schools that I worked with for graduation. I'm reading it for you today. If you've never read this Dr. Seuss book, you must. Congratulations, today is your day and you're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes, and you can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the one who'll decide where you'll go. You look up and down the streets, look them over with care. About some, you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go up and down not so good street. And you may not find any you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener there in the wide open air, and out there things can happen and frequently do to people as brainy and footsy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry and don't stew. Just go right along because you'll start happening too. Oh, the places you'll go. Did you hear her sing that? You'll be on your way up and you'll be seeing great sights, and you'll join the high flyers who soar to higher heights. You won't lag behind because you've had the speed, and you'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you'll go, you'll be the top of the rest, except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say, but sadly it's true that bang-ups and hang-ups might happen to you. You can get all hung up in a prickly perch, and your gang will fly off, and you'll be left in a lurch. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump, and the chances are there that you'll be in a slump. And when you're in a slump, you're not in for much fun. Unslumping yourself is not easily done. You will come to a place where the streets are not marked and some windows are lighted, but mostly they're dark. A place you could sprain both elbows and chin. Do you dare stay out or do you dare go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right and 3/4, or maybe not quite? Or go around back and sneak in from behind? Simply, it's not, I'm afraid you will find, for a mind maker upper to make up their mind. You can get so confused that you'll start into race down long wiggled roads at a breaknecking pace and grind on for miles around weirdish wild spaces, headed, I fear, toward the most useless places, the waiting place. For people just waiting for a train to go or a bus to come or a plane to go or the mail to come or the rain to go or the phone to ring or the snow to snow. Or waiting around for a yes or a no, or waiting around for your hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting for fish to bite, waiting for the wind to fly a kite, waiting around for Friday night, waiting perhaps for Uncle Jake or a pot to boil or a better break or a string of pearls or a pair of pants or a wig with curls or another chance. Everyone is waiting. No, that's not for you. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying, and you'll find the brightest places where boom bands are playing. That's in here. With banner flip flying, once more you'll ride high, ready for anything under the sky, ready because you're that kind of guy. Oh, the places you will go. There is fun to be done, there are points to be scored, there are games to be won, and magical things that can be done, and you'll make the winningest winner of all. You'll be famous as famous can be, with the worldwide world watching you on CSLN.TV. Except when they don't watch, because sometimes they won't. And I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games you can't win because you'll be playing against you. All alone, whether you like it or not, will be something you'll be quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet things that scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the road between hither and yon that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. But on you will go through the weather be foul. On you will go, though your enemies prowl. On you will go through the hawkin' and crockin's howl. Onward up many a frightening creek, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers could leak. On and on you'll hike, and I know you'll hike far, and face up to your problems wherever they are. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know, and you'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact. And remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. And will you succeed? Oh, yes, you will indeed. 98 3/4% guaranteed. You will move mountains. So be your name, Boxbaum or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So on your way, you will do amazing things. Namaste.
Oh, that was wonderful. So now it is time to give back to what serves us. If something has touched you today, there are many ways you can share the love with us, and we are so very grateful for your offering. I'd like to ask our ushers to come forward now. Thank you to Katie Griffith and Mila Rosebaugh for volunteering today. We also have a few other ways we can accept your gift. You could use a credit card in our bookstore, or you can find a document with a QR code at the desk in the lobby. And for our online viewers, please make a contribution using the link in the description below, or mail your check to our P.O. box, which is on our website. So please say our offertory prayer with me. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Thank you for your loving gifts.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue sky. straight ahead, there's nothing but blue sky. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see obstacles in my way. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be bright, gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Gonna be bright, it's gonna be a bright, it's gonna be bright. Sunshiny day.
Lisa Firestone. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, a big thank you to our speaker today, Reverend Denise Yeargin. Know that you are very loved. So this love affair is very mutual here. So thank you. And to our guest artist, Lisa Firestone, that was beautiful. And to Larry Faragalli, our music director. Jimmy Lopez on percussion. Our AV band, our AV and everybody here, welcome Sean Galloway, everybody who's making this service happen today. So I have 4 announcements today. The first is we are going forward with hiring an interim minister. And if anyone has any questions regarding the interim minister program or the decision for CSL to hire one, please don't hesitate to reach out to anyone on the board or email us at admin@cslnashville.org. We want everyone's questions, concerns to be addressed in this process. So please don't hesitate to come forward with that. The second announcement, join Reverend Denise Yeargin in a 5-week Zoom study group exploring Eckhart Tolle's book, A New Earth. It will be held every Thursday evening at 6:30, beginning this Thursday, August 1st. Yes, it's already August. Yes. So discover the discussion around A New Earth, discover how transcending ego-based consciousness can bring personal happiness and global harmony. Third announcement, Unity has invited us to join them for a brunch on August 4th after their service and before ours. Many of you know Reverend John McLean. He is Unity's former minister, and he is returning to speak at their Sunday service. So join Unity in welcoming back Reverend John McLean to their center. And it's been a little over 4 months since we moved to Unity's campus. If you're not aware, there are over 9 acres of land, which includes a labyrinth, a meditation space, and various spaces where groups can gather. So if you haven't done it, not today, since it was pouring buckets a little bit ago, but if you haven't done it already, take a walk around the property, walk the labyrinth, find a special place for prayer and meditation, and check out this beautiful space that we're in. Before we close our service, we would like to welcome visitors. We won't ask you to stand, but we do want to thank you for being here and invite you to come to the fellowship hall, which is over that way, so that we could say hello and just get to meet you. If you're watching online, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. And at this point, I would like to ask our practitioners and our speaker, Reverend Denise, to come up front. If there's something that you're dealing with, or there's something you want to attract to your life related to your health, your relationships, career, money, Please don't leave today without asking one of these practitioners to pray with you as soon as the service is over. Or you could fill out a prayer request form and put it in the secure box on the table in the hallway outside the fellowship hall. And if you're watching online, please go to our website and under practitioners and contact any one of us directly. So please join me for our closing prayer. I will say it in the first person and ask you to make it personal to you. I invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. And take another one. And know with me that there is one God, one love, one life. It is the power that created everything, created me, and everyone here. I am one with it. I express as it. I express as pure abundance of spirit with great love in my life, wonderful health, prosperity, and inner peace. I embrace the gifts of my unique individual journey. There were times on that journey where I may have been all banged up, or stumbled, or questioned why, and times of incredible joy. But I know that it has all brought me to where I am, to a consciousness that seeks knowing spirit and knows there is a greater power than I am and that I can use it to create the life I want. I know that no matter what choices I make, I am divinely guided. I am whole. I see the divine in everyone I meet. I express love everywhere I go and see God in the face of every other person. I choose kindness, and it starts with me. I raise my vibration and see beyond what appears to be. I release any past hurts as they don't serve me. Instead, I choose to see that beautiful light in myself and others. I bless where I have been and where I'm going. I will do amazing things. Oh, the places I will go. It is with great gratitude that I speak these words, knowing that this and even more is already done. I release my word to the action of the law that always responds to my thoughts and responds to my words and says yes. There is nothing more for me to do. I let go, I let God, and together we say, and so it is. So let's put a little love in our hearts and stand for our closing song.
Let's stand and sing. Come on, stand up.
This program is a service of the Center for Spiritual Living Nashville. May your life be filled with joy and prosperity in every way. Learn more about our programs or contact one of our practitioners at our website, cslnashville.org. You may also want to follow us on Facebook at CSLNASH. You can make a big difference with your financial gift at lovecsln.com. Please share the link to this program with a friend and join us again next Sunday. Have a wonderful week.